the white label version of Captivatro. But if you don't need a white label version and you just want access to these video uh, bubble features and how to create them, you can tag on to my account, and I will give you guys, for a pretty nominal fee, pretty small, access to creating video chat bubbles. There'll just be some package deals to get you enough for an individual account to start kind of being an entrepreneur and see if you can land some additional accounts, and then executive or agency, which would be you've got some clients and you really want to expand and keep your costs way down, and that the white labeling is not that big of an issue for you. So what I'm going to do is just walk us through how you would set up, or how I would set up a client and then give you access. And then as you gain access, how you can create your bubbles and your call to actions. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and make myself really small here in the corner. So we have, you can see everything. In fact, I'm going to move me all the way over to this corner here. So I think that'll keep me out of the way of most things that we're going to be doing here. And we'll go from there. Alright, so what would happen here is I would create you as a client. So as a client, you would give me your website, you would give me different things, but I'll use this test. Once I set up the client, and I'll show you what that looks like. Oops, sorry, I want edit client. So in edit client, I would add obviously your picture, I would add a logo, what website possibly that is yours, so you can see the demo, what the company name is, your name, last name, give you a password, all of these cool things. And that's kind of what you'll get from me if you buy direct from me, or if you buy direct Captivatro. This is how you'll set up a client. Then you'll save that client. It's already saved, so I'm just going to move on out of here. So you have your loadout settings, right? So what I'm going to give you access to, you can have an HTML editor. These would be when they do the call to actions within the video chat bubble. You have access to these different call to actions to happen. A video loadout, the appointment loadout, voice loadout, a text chat loadout, a web chat loadout, inline frame loadout. A go-to setup, this is really your video funnels, and a chapter forward. So if you create one big long, you can just have them skip to certain chapters, for example, if it were a tutorial. So that's all saved. So this is our test client. So now what happens here is you go to your media setup, and when you're in your media setups here, right, I have test, and I could add a new site, but so what I have here is there's my test, title, description, it's assigned to that client. So if I were going to make a new one, I could make a new one and I would assign it to a different client. But we're going to stick with this one assigned to this client. You'll go to customize. You kind of have some default settings here that you can then play with. So then you can decide that when it plays, you want the orientation to be in portrait, or maybe you want it to be landscape when it loads out, depending on what best suits your needs and what you've captured for video. What the animation is to draw attention to the little chat bubble, pulse, flash, rubber band, head shake, heartbeat when it pops out. See how that went. We'll keep this right now. Let's just go portrait for now. Now, this main video, well, whatever video you've put in there, if you haven't edited it, you can edit here. You can say, okay, I'm not doing anything or saying anything for the first 5 seconds, so don't start to play it until 5 seconds in, right? Then I only want it to play for the first greeting where I just say, hi, welcome to my chat bubble, and that's it. And then you can edit it down to that. And let's say that's at the 10-second mark. So we'll go to 10 seconds. So it's only, or 12. Let's just say it plays for 7 seconds or so. All right, and that's going to be the initial play when someone clicks on the bubble. Now, that's for this particular video. If you have a pre-recorded video, something else that you want to put up, what you'll do is you'll go to upload video. This shows all the videos that you've already uploaded or that you have available to choose and pick from. Or you'll just go click here, you'll upload your video, and then it'll be there ready for you to use. An additional feature that you have here is you're able to pick out which GIF you want to display in the video bubble, and that video bubble that is displayed in the bottom. So as soon as these finish loading, I'll show you an example of that. And the video bubble that I'm referring to, which is, well, it's kind of hidden here. Let me close this for a second to give you an idea. It's this video bubble. So the video bubble that they see in the corner of the screen, it's a GIF, and you can then create that custom GIF based on the video that's going to play. So let me reload this stuff again. Give it a minute here. There's a lot here, so it's going to take a minute for it all to load at this point. Scroll through some of these. Hopefully they load. Okay, so you'll see like you have these different ones that I've preloaded that are ready to go. Now I can select, okay, what GIF do I want to be the bubble? So this is the video that's displaying here. So I have to use the video or change it. So let's say I'll just use this video. So it's going to switch to that video. Now, and I apologize, this takes a minute. I'll create the GIF that I want to show in the bottom. So GIF shot. Now in the GIF shot, I can do an infinite loop. I have the FPS. I can do an overlay image instead if I don't want that, or I can go ahead and say, okay, let's create this GIF right here, and which area of the GIF do I like? Which seconds look the best? So I like the way that looks. I can extend it. I go, okay, start at the 6-second mark, go to the 18-second mark, make it a little longer, generate that GIF. And now you have a GIF that you can use. You have the URL and the redirect link, and I can use it as widget background. The GIF URL as my widget background. So with that being said, you'll see here, and then if I save that, you can use this URL in your email to create little signature items that are there as well. So now if I close this and I scroll down, you'll see that, I have changed that. Now, in addition to this being changed, and I can zoom in a little bit real quick so you guys can see that bigger, right? That I've created this GIF image and how it's working and showing me what moving around like I'm talking. Is around it we have these halos. Now the halos are created with these border effects. Now we have pulse and we have flash. So flash will flash 3 different colors. Pulse will just be a main color that then radiates a pulse color out of it. So you'll see I have the yellow with the green pulsating out of it. And I could change that. Let's say I want to make it, let's go to maybe an orange. I'll go orange, and then let's pulsate out of that from orange to a blue. Have it pulse blue. You'll see how it's immediately changed it, and also how big is that. I can make it 5 so that it's a little bit wider. And now if I zoom in on it for you a little bit, you'll see that it's orange and it pulsates blue. little laggy here, and I apologize. So now you've created that. Like I said, you're going to want to go in and fine tune where the video starts, where it stops. But now here for the fun stuff. Once the video starts playing, you can add all these different things. You can add text content like I have here. This is an opt-in for our SMS broadcast system. You can change this to be anything you want. We give you this to show you where you're putting in the title, you want it centered, what your font is, font color, if you want shadow, highlight text, text size. If there's an action on a loadout, if they click on it, should there be an action, which I'll show you what that is in a minute. When you want it to show up, this is at half a second in. I can put it at 1 second in. I can have it leave after a couple seconds if I want. I can have it slide up, and then I can have it slide out. So we have these different animations to make it come in, slide up, right? Or slide down, and it'll disappear. And then you hit done, and then you hit save settings, and that's all going to save. And I'll show you the demo here in a minute. But let's add a few more things here. Now we have, for example, our call to action button. So I'm going to take a call to action button, slide it in. And now here I can change button text. I'm going to put what this call to action does. I can customize it, right? I'm customizing font color, background color, right? If I want it to be more less opaque. See how it changes. Change the background color of it even, right? The fonts, how big the font is. I can go up. I can bold it. I can underline it. So we have all these options here. The loadout action, I'll show you in a minute what you want it to do. For example, if it were a telephone number and you were saying, okay, please call, then you would just go TEL : and put in the number. If it was an email, you do the mail to : and then the email, and then it would automatically, when they click that, load out, especially from their cell phone, to then automatically load their dialer to call you, or their email app to then send you an email. Again, when am I going to show this button? I can pick it half second, 1 second, 1.5 seconds, and I can leave it there displayed. How does it enter? I can have it jello bounce. I can have it zoom in. Of course, there can be a radius on it to change some colors. If I put radius colors on there. Anyways, so you have a lot of things that you can do to play with this. Then I can take it and I can make it bigger, right? And maybe I need to make it a little more see-through, right? Then of course, once I close it, now I can grab it and I can move it. Right? And then when I click on it and I double click in here, now I can click to call or whatever I'm going to have it do. It could be play video, right? Play video, and I'll show you what happens there on a video slide out, or book an appointment, right? Depends on which one of those action features you want, but that's how you'll just design the button, right? And then what happens is this part right here with the action loadout, that's where you're going to go up here, and then you can add another image. Like I can add a logo in there. It's kind of cool. Like if you're going to make this say, for example, click to call, and you want to make it a little more dynamic, then I'll go in here and I'll slide this cool image in, which will go right on top. Click on the image, upload an image. Let's see, I like my GIF stuff. And I have this sound, I like this one, it's pretty cool. Open. And then you can add an action if they click on that, when to show it, when not to show it, just maybe have it always be there, entrance, exit, all of those cool things you can still do. I can change its size now, right? Now I'll move it after I close this, so I got to close. Then I can move it, and it kind of like helps stand out a little bit. So the image will always stand on top of a button. So that kind of makes it more animated and cool. Click these, save these settings. Now, click to call was easy to program. Like I showed you, I could put in the program. But if I want to do something else, I want to add a loadout. Right here, you would say add loadout. And what is that call to action going to be? Well, is it going to be a video loadout, appointment loadout, voice loadout, text, inline frame, go to another chapter, or go to a chapter, or go to setup? So whatever it is, and we can play with and make anything that we want here. But basically, if I did the chapter forward, or let's do, let's just do chapter forward for now. Loadout name, test, description, test, right? Test. And now, of this main video that I'm playing, where do I want it? Well, I want it to play the very end of the primary video, is what I'm going to do, okay? Save now. Now what do I need to do is for this chapter forward, I need to take this loadout key right here, copy it. Then I go to the button, double click it, and that's where I'm going to put in action on the loadout, and I'm going to paste that in there, right? So obviously now that's something completely different. So it's not click to call, right? It's chapter. So I'm going to change what it says in here. I'm going to say click oops, sorry. Click for more info. Okay, close that. And the more info is like maybe some information that I'm putting at the very end of that video. All right, and then I save that. Okay. And then you can add as many of these loadouts as you want. I can have another one that's a chapter forward. Another video loadout. All of those things that I showed you. Calendar, voice, you name it. So then if you want to see what's going on here, you'd go to the, view your demo site. So it's whatever site you've assigned to the test. Here I am. I put myself up here in this corner. Right? You can change these things. So in here, that's where I've selected this orientation. So if I change the orientation to, say, the bottom right-hand corner, then I go save those settings. Now let's go back over to the test. Now I'll refresh it. And the beauty is once you get this set up and someone puts the script on their site, it's dynamic. So any changes you make on the back end automatically happen on their site. So you can add as many call to actions and video loadouts and everything, and they never have to touch their site again. You can even change this GIF. You can change everything dynamic, and on their site it changes instantly, and they don't ever have to touch their site again. So I click it. Plays where I left it off. Can't really hear it. So I'm just saying welcome, but then if I click this, it's going to skip straight to the end. And that's it. So that's basically how simple it is to start setting up these video chat bubbles for clients, upload the videos. If you were doing, like I said, if you were going to add a loadout and you wanted it to be a video funnel, this is my favorite use of this. So you go to setup, right? And let's just say video funnel test 01. And I'm going to pick which video funnel I've created. So I've created some in here. So I'll pick fun one. Forget what that is. It's like a Christmas thing. I'm going to also pick where I want it to play. So I can play it to see what it's doing right now. But I can say, okay, I want it to play only at a certain portion of that video. Again, you can edit, pick and choose, right, where it comes in, where it comes out, and then I save it. All right, so now that's a video setup. So I would take another button, throw it in here, throw some quick text in here, as it were, which would be like how to video, for example. Of course, I can make all these extra changes and select the font and change it to anything I want. I like Coda, if I can find it in here. There it is, Coda. Right, font color, font size. Like, we've already gone through all this. I'm not going to mess up all your time, but we'll look at it like it comes in at 3 seconds. It comes in with a heartbeat. It stays in. Right, let's change maybe the background to a yellow and change the opacity to a little bit on it, like that. Looks pretty good. Close. Of course, I don't want it right in front of my face like that, so I'm going to put it up here maybe. Alright, and we'll save. Let me go back to the demo site. And you can put an animation here, like a GIF that's like live now. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So here I am, that, and then see how it popped up, and then how to video. If I click on that,
I have been developing marketing campaigns and marketing solutions.
oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. My apologies. I forgot to go in here and grab the loadout key. Copy. Go to this button and put the loadout key in. Now save. My apologies. I hate to waste everyone's time. Now go back to it. Now hit it. Oh, how to video. Yeah, let me click on that. Boom. See, and then it's going to put in that other video that I had just created with all of its call to actions as well that are involved with it, which then can lead to another click to learn more, click for part 2 of this, click to a chapter forward. And so you can really create these intricate video funnels that are educational to teach someone how to use your site, use whatever it is, or just answer basic questions, FAQs, in a video format, if this then that. Super easy to create, super dynamic. Last thing I'll show before I end this for everybody is that, like I was showing you right here, if I want it to look a little more dynamic and cool to draw attention, aside from the little pulsating, I'll put an image here, double tap it, upload my image, and of course you have customizations that you can put in there. I'm going to put in, I have, where is it, on air, I think is a cool one, yeah, on air sign, let's see, that's a GIF, on air GIF, which one do I like better? That one's kind of cool. Open, it'll load it, need to make it bigger, obviously, okay, move it, oh, move it up. No, not me. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to close this first. Close. Then I can move it. And why is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, there. Okay, got that. Close. And hold on. Hold on, I gotta make it smaller. Give me a second. Make it a little smaller. Okay. Close. Push it maybe right above my head now. Save that setting. And demo site. Boom. There it is, on air. Right? Super simple, super easy. A great way to enhance anyone's website overnight with a more dynamic feature, more personal feature. It's good. So far, video bubbles are really creating more engagement and more of a personalization. They get to meet someone, especially if it's after hours. and they click on it because they want to book an appointment for something, and say, hey, sorry, we're closed for the day. I can't wait to provide you service tomorrow. Please leave your name and number, and I promise to call you first thing in the morning. Really, people want this personal attention. TikTok's a big thing. Video's a big thing. So people don't want just static text message. They don't want a static voicemail. Something that's video and dynamic and allow people to leave messages, which there's call to actions to do that, which I can go over on my next podcast. So that being said, the little QR code that is available that I showed here is a way that you guys can get my product directly from me. Super cheap just to get started, just maybe for your own site, like I said, and then it scales up from there. And if you're interested in the white label version Captivatro, then leave me a message in the comments, and I'll get that information to you right away. So thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.